All right, y'all. Are y'all ready for the new recipe? It's a cabbage cauliflower steak recipe. I've got my cauliflower and I've cut my little cabbage into little steaks. And then I've got my spices. Those spices are paprika, cayenne, crushed pepper, and cumin. And then I've got this wonderful, this is all organic, of course, this wonderful barbecue sauce with agave nectar, and it's also USDA organic. I've got a spoonful of each of those, and now I'm going to put my barbecue sauce and some olive oil and let this stuff soak. Y'all, now I'm going to put a half a cup of that barbecue sauce inside my mixture. Now I've got a half a cup of this olive oil. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there now. And then the secret weapon, the fennel seed. This is going to be wonderful. This fennel's from a friend of mine who's a master gardener. I've never cooked with fennel until the pandemic, and I just love cooking with fennel. That barbecue sauce is off the hook, y'all. Got it all mixed up together. This stuff, I can't say enough about this. This is some good barbecue sauce. I've got a little bit of olive oil in my pan here. And now I'm going to put my steaks in there in the sauce. All right, I've got my cauliflower and I've got my steaks. Now it's time for the sauce. Okay, we've got that cauliflower all well coated and our cabbage steaks with the barbecue sauce and the spices. And then on the bottom, we've got that olive oil. This, my feeling is you could probably leave this overnight and pop it in the oven the next morning, or you can cook it immediately. I'm going to cook it immediately because I'm hungry. But this is going to be so flavorful, and I've never tried this before, but it just kind of hit me. It's like I've seen people do like buffalo wings with cauliflower at one of our local restaurants here, and I haven't eaten out since March, so I'm kind of looking forward to giving this a shot. Here's a bowl of shaved carrots, and this is going to be the basis for my Friar soup. I've shaved, I would say, maybe 4 carrots, and they were big carrots, as you can tell by the carrot shavings. And then to that, I'm going to add some purple onion and some radishes, some garlic, and tons of greens. This is a big bowl, and I've got a big stock pot. I'm going to throw this in. This stock pot is halfway full of shaved carrots and water. And in, I'm going to put some purple onions, as well as some beautiful radishes. They're huge. Some garlic and some spices, as well as some greens. I've got an itty-bitty purple onion and some huge radishes. Now I'm going to use that favorite mandolin device I have and get this prepped to go in that soup. All right, the radishes are all thinly sliced with the mandolin, as is the purple onion, and they're going to go into the stock pot along with those carrot shavings. This bowl of greens is now going to go into the stock pot, and it's a myriad of different greens, fresh greens, locally grown greens from my community. They're absolutely off the hook in a salad, but they're absolutely off the hook and so flavorful in a soup. And I'm going to go ahead and add this to the stock pot that has those carrots and those radishes, as well as that little purple onion in there. As you can see, this stock pot is pretty much full to the brim here. And obviously these greens are going to cook down. I always add my garlic and broccoli at the very end. That's just me. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put some fennel and spices in here, but last time I did it, I felt like it was just flavorful in and of itself, because there's spicy mustard greens in here and spicy green mix and all kinds of just the spices, the natural spices of the greens, to me are equally as flavorful as any dried spice. So I think I'm just going to go with the fresh flavors of all the vegetables and make this just a simple Friar soup. I almost forgot, y'all, the great northern beans need to go in. I added a little bit of water so it was fully covered with water, but doesn't that look just beautiful on its own before it got cooked? 1 bowl of Friar soup, and let's check out what we've got over here. This is our luscious barbecue steaks in the form of cabbage and cauliflower. Okay, I've got my salad. Now I'm going to place my steaks on top of my salad. Clearly, I've grown to love carrots again. I was never a big carrot eater for years, but for some reason I'm just totally into carrots. You can tell I like nutritional yeast. Look at that big container. I always add nutritional yeast to my food. It makes it taste kind of cheesy, especially if you're a vegan. It gives it a little oomph. Well, there's the final the final draw of the Friar soup and the cabbage cauliflower steak salad. Here's what it looks like after I mix up the nutritional yeast for those of you who have never used nutritional yeast in your repertoire of culinary cuisine. This is off the hook. I've never made cauliflower steaks ever. And I made cabbage steaks like last week, and I just put some spices in there. But that barbecue idea hit. This is so flavorful. And I poured a little bit of that barbecue juice from the pan here into this, and it tastes so good. Okay, thank you for watching my video.
Man, that is good, y'all. What I did was I cooked this for an hour at 350, and then like another hour at like 200, and then like another 30 minutes. I just let it slow cook. It just melts in your mouth. And this is so good. I'm going to add some garlic to it tomorrow and a little bit of broccoli. I was just hungry. But it's so simple, and I've got that whole stock pot full of it. I mean, look. I mean, this is like a big stock pot here, people. And it's just stock full of soup. I mean, I've got tons of soup. It doesn't even need the garlic or the broccoli, quite frankly. The flavors from these greens are off the hook with the cabbage. The other thing I want to say as I'm eating this is I didn't even add salad dressing or olive oil. It's got enough flavor and oil just from baking it for so long. Wow, that is some flavor. And it's not even spicy, quite frankly.
See, it's the soup that keeps on giving. It is sleeting here in my hometown of San Marcos, Texas, and hello, it's usually like 100 plus in the summertime. I added some corn to this bad boy and some paprika and some cumin and some cayenne pepper, and it is going to be a luscious dinner. It's the soup that keeps on giving. Making do with what you got on lockdown. Okay, y'all, the Friar soup, third day. I put azuki beans in there and some broccoli stalks and some more of that wonderful radish. And so that's something I've learned in this pandemic, is that versus making one big fancy soup, make it simple and then slowly add in other ingredients as you go. So